Hey everybody, welcome back inside another exciting Stash Report, Stash Project monthly recap video. Yes, it is June 2019. We're here. We do this every month for the new folks, where we recap the expected kit releases. In this case, it is, of course, June 2019. So taking a look at what is coming out here, we have a few things on the domestic side, and of course a load on the Japanese side as usual. A couple of addendums to this list that are not actually like officially written down, but are possibilities for the month of June would be some of the Revell kits that were displayed at NNL East and other places, things like the 57 Ford Gasser, the Gasser version of the 57 Custom rather than the station wagon, the AAR CUDA kit, and things along those lines. Remains to be seen exactly when those things are going to come out. We would expect more than likely the Salvinos JR Richard Petty Oldsmobile will be out this month. They also last weekend teased some upcoming box art for some of the monogram tooling that they purchased. So they're going to be reissuing some of those kits with completely new liveries that were not done in the past when Monogram actually and Revell owned that tooling. Looks like the first one up is going to be a Buick Regal for Bobby Allison in the Gatorade colors. Also, possibly a Cale Yarborough Hardy's Monte Carlo in the future. So we'll see how those kits come out. It's one thing to say, oh, I want this to come out this month. And then, of course, it's another thing entirely to deal with, of course, all of the fun that is kit production and shipping and things like that. So, on to the things that are actually written down for the month of June. On the domestic side of things, from round two, over at MPC, they're going to be reissuing their venerable, if you will, Willys Army Jeep. Same kit that's been around forever. This time it is going to have a tie-in to Godzilla. It is the, I believe, 60th anniversary of Godzilla this year. There'll be a new movie coming out, I think this summer or this fall. This is actually tied into the 1965 Godzilla movie. It's, I believe, the return or revenge of the Astro Monster. So this is going to have a little cardboard diorama display that comes with it that you sort of put behind the completed Jeep. Jeep is the same Jeep it's always been, with a giant mobile howitzer that's mounted to the top of it. Over at AMT, 3 kits for the month of June so far, and they are the 1/16th scale 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air convertible, the 1978 Subaru Brat, that little pickup truck that Subaru made back in the 1970s. First time that kit's been available since 1978. So that's cool to see come back. Probably one of the more requested Lesney era tooling kits that are out there, ones everybody sort of figured out that, oh, hey, those still exist. They didn't get destroyed on the docks of Baltimore or whatever. And then the last kit will be what they're calling the double header. It is the set of Trailmobile doubles. Had a number of various livery options over the course of those trailers. They're going to go back to the original artwork, so this will be consolidated Freightways trailers. You do get both trailers plus the converter dolly to hook them up. No tractor. It is on the box art pictured behind the Kenworth W925, which is kind of an odd choice because I don't believe Consolidated Freightways had team driving over the road stuff like that ever in their history, let alone back in the early 1970s. But, that'll go behind a number of things. Probably the most realistic thing would be the single-drive day cab Freightliner truck. So that will be coming back out. I know a lot of truck guys will be happy to see that come back. And like I said, that wraps up the for sure stuff. And then you have the other things that may or may not come. Plus the Mobius service truck may also come out this month. We'll see. Overseas, starting in Fujimi, they're going to reissue their Porsche 911 Flat Nose. That'll be the Real Sports curbside version of that kit. They're going to reissue their 1986 Fairlady ZR. We got that, of course. Here's the 300ZX, the original one, not sort of the Jelly Beanie one in the 2000s. And then 2 sets of wheels, an 18-inch Hayase Street 15-inch Hayase street rims, and 18-inch Volk Racing TE37s. Over at Hasegawa, we're going to get some of the Shizuka stuff coming in this month, starting out with the all-new tool Toyota Starlet EP71 Turbo S from 1986, the YHP liveried Nissan R92 CP for the 1992 Japanese sports car prototype series, reissue of the 1966 Buick Wildcat, that the next series of the what was known as the Route 66 kits, the curbside American kits. This is again going to come with a resin figure of a female to sort of, I guess, increase the reason to buy it, as you will. All these kits are basically reverse engineered AMT or Johan kits, depending. They're not exact copies. They were slot car bodies, basically made by a Japanese company back in the day. Hasegawa had the tooling, eventually decided to come up with some sort of rather generic interiors and chassis to put them on. I believe there's only one more left after this one. And then the last kit for Hasegawa this month will be a modified reissue of their Datsun Fairlady Z, or the 240ZX. This is going to have a North American left-hand drive specification to it. So this will be the first time that Hasegawa's 240 has had a legit, not only left-hand drive, but North American spec left-hand drive building ability. There's the option to sort of kit bash it with the Monte Carlo rally car once that had all the left-hand drive parts put into it when they modified reissued that last year. But this is going to have the bumper guards, the correct left-hand drive mirrors, and things like that. Over at Tamiya, their one reissue for this month will be the venerable, if you will, Group C Mazda 787B. Probably one of the more requested kits of that, because it is the one that has not been reissued recently. This is going to have the Charge livery, the Renown, the orange and green checkerboarded thing, and so that's probably something a lot of people want to see come back out. Is going to be molded in white for the first time. It's been molded in orange mostly, and of that vein, Studio 27 is going to reissue their photo etch set for that, as well as 2 or 3 decal sets for the Japanese sports car prototype series. So they're going to do their 202 Renault set and at least the Affini motor set. So that'll be coming back out for people who are interested. It's not the one decal set I would have preferred to see, but we'll see if they come along with that anyway. Studio 27 also did a carbon fiber set for that. It may also, be in production to the point where they haven't had to reissue it, but that's also out there if you're interested in sort of doing the full Monty, if you will, on that kit. BMAX has one kit for this month, allegedly, and that'll be the all-new Tool Mitsubishi Lancer rally car, the 4-door car from the early 1980s. This kit is set up to do the 1984 RAC rally, the Royal Auto Club rally, in the Advan livery. And there's also a photo etch set for that, if you're interested. So we'll keep an eye on that right now. I want to say that in Asia, that kit is pushed back to July, but we'll see if it still comes out in June or early July, or what the deal is there. And then that'll take us over to Aoshima for the last bit of this video. And over at Aoshima, the stuff that's going to be new in the sense of being reboxed will be the 1991 Toyota Crown Majesta UZS 141. First time that kit has been out since the very early 1990s. A modified reissue, and that is the 1998 Nissan Skyline R34 GTX Turbo. So this is going to be the first reissue of the new Tool R34 Mordor, as we like to call it, the 4-door R34. This is the early version, so it has a new front end pieces to it, which is why that whole front clip is molded separately in the first place. Different rims, different rear end pieces, and things like that. They're going to reissue their 1999 Mazda MX-5, the NB8, or the, let's see what I'm writing down here, the NB8C. And so that's the second gen Mazda MX-5 Spec A. That is a Japanese-only vehicle, so it only comes with right-hand drive. They did do long time ago a left-hand drive version. It only was boxed, I believe, twice way back in 1999, 2002 era. So it'd be interesting to see if they include those left-hand drive parts, but I'm going to say they're not going to, just based on their history with these kits in their reissues. And then lastly, there's going to be a modified reissue of their FD3S RX-7. That'll be for Kaisuke Takahashi's initial D car from the Volume 1 series. So this will be a few new pieces and parts to sort of make that kit look as much as it did in the original comic book series. And then there was a series of spot runs for Aoshima for the month of June, and that'll be the 1975 Nissan Laurel, the 1973 Nissan Skyline GTR, the 91 Mitsubishi Delica Star Wagon, the 89 Toyota Crown Royal Saloon, the 1991 Mitsubishi Pajero Metal Roof Wide XR2, the The 91 Toyota Hilux Surf, interesting to see that sold out already. The 91 Nissan Toronto, the Veilside R32 GTR, the Lamborghini Aventador Spider, the Lamborghini Aventador 50th Anniversario, the Liberty Walk GTR Type 1.5, as well as their generic photo etch set that goes to all 5 of those kits, and the 3 Back to the Future DeLoreans get another run this month as well. So that, guys, is that. So hopefully there's some stuff there you want to, that you're looking for or looking forward to. We personally have the Lancer Rally Car, the left-hand drive Fairlady, the Starlet, and the modified reissue Mordor Skyline on our order sheet for this month. I'm considering getting another 787B. I have an original one picked up in Japan for a really good price. Decals are shot, but I have replacement decals for it. I have had the thought of picking up another one because it is molded in white to do the Mazda Speed version, the white cars that ran that year with very, very simple blue livery, and then take the new livery, the fresh decals from the new Mazda 787B, put them into the old kit that's molded in orange, and then adding Frankie over at SK Decals, adding the fill-in sheet that's going to have the tire logos and the Cibbies and the Dunlop's actual printing, plus the Dunlop tire logos, and the Le Mans entry placards and things like that, all the stuff that's missing out of those kits. To sort of, complete the thing, because I know a lot of people are very, very excited to have the Mazda 787 back in white, but personally for me, if you're doing the Get Speed car, which is a green and orange car, I don't see what the difference, why it matters that it's molded in white or versus orange, because, again, what's going to happen? Is the orange of the kit going to burn through the orange that you're painting it? So Splash Paints has has a paint set for that. If you want to paint the green and the orange, you don't want to deal with the green decals. I believe there's also a set from Gravity, but it's anybody's guess as to whether or not you're going to get your paint there. So keep that in mind as things go along. I know their website, Gravity's website, was shut down for a little while where they weren't taking orders, and now it's back up again. So, I mean, I'm not I'm not even gonna with that. So, yeah. So, anyway, guys, that wraps up this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the other side.